Hey, so today we're going to install some death grips, the DMR Death Grips. I got these in camouflage because I thought they'd somewhat match the bike with the theme I have on it, the colors. These are the non-flange grips. I actually wanted the flange grips, so if you order them from Amazon, maybe my first mistake, I didn't get the flange ones. It was advertised as the flange ones. I did get the thick, soft grips though. So what we're going to do, because these are the thick ones, and I have the Red Monkey Sports on here, the thick ones, which are now the Wolf Tooth, which are similar to ESI chunkies, in the thickness here. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure these. We're going to do millimeters. And we're going to get thickness on these. These are, let's see, that's a nice 36.5. It's a good measurement on those, 36.5. And then these are at the narrowest where I'm comfortable, not getting between there, 30.3. Yeah, we'll go with 30.3, 30.4, 30. All right, there we go. 30.5. So, you got 6 millimeter difference. So they're not so thick if you compare them to the Red Monkey Sports on the chunkies, right? Now the thickest part here, where it's got this little fluted area here for the inside of your hand, where the webbing is between your thumb, that's quite thicker. That's 33.1, so much thicker. Now you have the little knurling here, where you would grab that with the indexing on your finger there, give you a little more location for your finger. That's going to be a little wider if we count across that. That's coming in at 31.8 on that. So they are considerably smaller than the chunky grips. Do they feel as cushiony? No, definitely not. They're definitely not as cushiony. These are pillows compared to these. But you know what? I don't know. I went with these because I wanted something soft and comfy. But then again, I feel as though I don't have that memory. I'm used to a BMX grip where I can grab it and I'm like, yes, I know where my hand is. I can kind of feel like I'm locking the little digits on my finger in, the little knuckles, and I'm like, I know where they're at. And that's what I'm getting with the death grips. I have the fluting here. I can lock in right here on it, and I know where my fingers are going to lock in at because I can put my fingertips right in there. So I really was attracted to the grip by that feature. And then of course the colorway, it was quite attractive. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and take these off because they're not destroyed. They're actually in really good shape. I might use them on another bike. I might decide I don't like these. I want to go back to these. And hey, that's $20 is $20. So we might be able to reuse these. And I want to prove a point that I think I can get these off with alcohol because that's what I put these on with. Now in a previous video, I had a commenter mention about how I took grips off where I used a screwdriver. So I had an option in my toolbox, and these are available from Harbor Freight. You can get these from almost any tool or hardware store. These are plastic pry bars for like automotive use. And so you have an aluminum bar. It's not going to scratch it, or shouldn't scratch it per se. And it should be safe for a carbon bar, provided they're not marred up or anything. So you can go in under here and work up under the grip and spray your alcohol in and twist and work it in. So I have some rubbing alcohol here. I have 91%, and we're going to try this. We're going to see how it works. But first I'm going to try and take out my end plugs here. That didn't work out too well. Got my unplug out. Got my alcohol picked up. So I could start from out here maybe. Stick this up in there. Pick it up just a little bit. Twist it around. Work it in a little more. Work it in a little more. Twist it. I mean, it's already looser. Now I can come in from this side, spray a little in there. And it's not so much of a race as it is a race because it's alcohol and you don't want it to dry out on you. But again, it's alcohol, it's going to dry. Oh yeah, this is going to come right off. And there we go. I bet that you could use some Windex, some WD-40, some spray cleaner, and it would have the same effect on this, but the alcohol is going to dry. So if you're going to try and go on this with another grip, it's also not going to interfere with the bar. It's not going to have any type of adverse effect. I'm not going to have to go back over top of this with alcohol and clean off any WD-40 residue. So we have this cleared off. Now the Death Grips use a 3mm Allen. So I can go on this and sure, I'll loosen this up a little bit here. There we go. They have the little Death Grip logo right on top there. Send this on home. Now, let's see. Make sure this is bottoming out there. That's definitely not bottoming out there. So, loosen that up. No, that's all the way. There we go. Now she's all the way in. Before I tighten it up, basically want to make sure it's going to be where I want it. Yeah, pretty much. So the Death Grip logo is right dead center on top. So your experience may vary on that. And they're small. If you have carbon bars, of course you'll want to use a torque wrench because you don't want to over tighten these and take a chance of crushing your carbon bar. These are aluminum, so I'm good with that, or aluminium as some of you like to call it, but here in the States it's typically aluminum. So they have a nice feel to them. I really feel like I have a nice solid feel on it. And again, the issue with that was pressing on the outside of these. It's a little squishier perhaps than the Santa Cruz Palmdale grips that came on this bike, but it's got a nice feel to it. I can still get to everything perfectly lined up. And we're going to do the other side and we're going to be done. And we'll revisit this on a live stream. I'll talk about how the bike's set up, how I'm liking the grips, how I'm liking everything. So stay tuned. So that means you're going to have to subscribe to the channel. So you're just going to have to do it. So while you're at it, give the video a thumbs up while you're down there. Hit the bell icon. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And hey, you know, check for a live stream coming up soon, next couple weeks. And we're going to talk about the bike. We're going to talk about my setup and what I got planned for the channel. 254 subscribers as of today and growing. Thank you very much. Have fun. Keep riding.